Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host Kathleen Egal Toto, Madam CS, and this is The Striker. Stay tuned and have it true and real. The Striker today, we're going to look at Ndindi Nyoro, the Member of Parliament for Kiharu constituency, and specifically we're going to see reasons why he's decided actually to keep quiet amid all the things that are happening in Kenya right now. Why I chose on Ndindi Nyoro is because number one, Ndindi Nyoro was among the people who actually were staunch supporters of the UDA government. And remember, actually in 2018, before even the UDA government was formed, when the handshake happened, he was among the first critics of that government. And I also remember actually him being the first victim of that handshake. There is a time actually he was closed as the Citizen TV stations because the police officers were waiting for him outside. It took the efforts of the likes of the Alice Wahome, who was then a member of parliament, also to come to the station actually to stand in solidarity with him. At the same time, we saw during the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro not only was absent but also did not support that impeachment. You understand? He's also among the people who did not support the 2024 finance bill. So I'm looking at all this and I see around there's a lot of abductions ongoing. There's a lot of bills that have been passed in the recent past, and there's a lot of there's a handshake that happened between Raila and Ruto, and a handshake now between Uhuru and Ruto. Amid all these things, actually, Ndindi Nyoro is quiet. Is not like nobody sees Ndindi Nyoro. So we want to find out actually where is this young parliamentarian who has always leading in terms of performances in constituencies in Kenya. You know, he's among the best performing members of parliament. You understand? In his constituency, sometimes the schools are used as wedding reception grounds and wedding celebration grounds, because even some parts of the fields have capros, you know, they are very nice. The classes are tiled. Like literally, it's done a great job for the people of Kiharu. And he's always been that person who's been coming out to speak when things are not okay. Amid rumors and the information that actually he is likely to team up with Papo Owino for a presidential ticket in 2027, and us seeing Papo Owino actually talking, and the other day even Papo Owino said he is running for president, is in talks with his running mate, whom the Kenyans know, and when he asked us the Kenyans, they said it is Ndindi Nyoro. So we want to find out, is Ndindi Nyoro chickening out? Why is he quiet? Why is he not talking? You understand? So if you are new to this channel, before we dive in, kindly remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos. Turn on the notification bell so that the next time we are uploading a video, YouTube will automatically notify you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support. Remember to comment, like, and share our videos. Tell us on the next theme that actually you want us to discuss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to dive in. If there's one person who is actually performing as far as the members of parliament are concerned, is Ndindi Nyoro. However, there is a lot that has happened in the country recently, and the guy Ndindi Nyoro is very quiet, is not talking, and Kenyans are asking, where is he? Some of you even asked me, Madam CS, can you comment something about Ndindi Nyoro? Where is he? What is happening? So from where I stand, actually, number one, I just feel like Ndindi Nyoro, looking at how the government is, you know, the government eats its people. Ndindi Nyoro is learning from experience and from history. Number one, when the handshake happened in 2018, Ndindi Nyoro faced the wrath of President President Uhuru, together with Raila Amolo Odinga. It was you know, fought so tirelessly, and there's a time even they wanted to arrest him. Now that he's the chairperson of the budget allocation committee in the National Assembly, I'm sure that the reason as to why Ndindi Nyoro is quiet, number one, is to, you know, safeguard his position as the chairperson of the of the budget allocation committee, because he knows the moment he will start talking, the government eats its people, and Ruto will not spare him. If he can be able to impeach his deputy, there's nothing that's going to spare Ruto from actually, you know what, removing Ndindi Nyoro from being the chairperson of the budget allocation committee. And I remember I told you sometimes back, there were rumors that actually that they wanted to remove him. And therefore, I think Ndindi Nyoro had to go slow on things, because, you know, him being the budget allocation committee chair, he has a lot of resources at his disposal that he can be able actually even to help his constituents. At the same time, that position gives him, like, you know, some power or authority that every member of parliament has to go through in one way or another as they talk about constituent development funds. So I think number one, he wants to safeguard his position. Number two, it has to do with, you know, history repeating itself, and actually doesn't have any reason to talk, because historically Ndindi Nyoro has given his stand as far as handshakes are concerned and politics of petrol is concerned. Allow me to take you back to May 2022. Ndindi Nyoro did tell Kenyans that actually he doesn't have an issue with the handshake, but he has an issue when, number one, you tell the people, the common citizen, so and so ni mchawi, ni mugoroki, ni muchawi, ni murogi, you know all those names that Raila is normally called. Then a few days later, or a few years later, or a few months later, you are shaking hands with this same person, calling him the brother, calling the person who is helping you unify the country, calling him the person who is helping you push the agenda forward. So he was addressing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta then when he had a handshake with Uhuru. And he was very mad that Uhuru had told them that actually Raila is a mad person, is Montomogoroki. And then now, later on, he comes to call him a brother, you know, brings him to the government, you understand, and even supports him for election in 2022. And he was also very clear that it is very wrong when you poison people, set them against each other, and then you two come to greet each other and forget even to tell the people what is happening. At the same time, he had also expressed his concern that it doesn't matter actually who the president wants to appoint and who he wants to handshake with. What matters is the president actually ready to deliver the manifesto? And that's why in that May 2022, he did say that actually nobody remembers the deputy president of Kibaki. Nobody remembers the deputy president of Moi or Kenyatta. We only remember the Kenyatta regime, the Kibaki regime, and even the Moi regime. So that one tells us that when a government fails, it is the person who is leading the government who has failed. So from the speech that Ndindi Nyoro gave then, I don't think that there's anything that has changed. When you look, there's this handshake. Ruto was telling us he can never have serikali ya nusu mkate with Raila, and right now there's that serikali of nusu mkate with Raila. So as a young man and as a young legislature, I just feel like Ndindi Nyoro feels betrayed, and he doesn't have another word that he can talk or he can use to describe the situation other than just to let what he said in May 2022 concerning the handshakes prevail, because if he's asked again to speak, he's likely to say the same thing. So I think number two, he feels so betrayed, because what they were condemning back in 2020 and 2022 is exactly what President Ruto has done. And then another thing, number three, I just feel like Ndindi Nyoro has read the tide and realized that actually in Mount Kenya, there's no proper political direction on where they are headed to. He can't tell you who to support genuinely and who's not to support, because they had hopes in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, but the recent handshake between Uhuru and Ruto actually has left them in a dilemma. You don't know whether even maybe Rigathi Gachagua himself is going to handshake with Ruto next year. Nobody knows actually. So as a young parliamentarian, I just feel Ndindi Nyoro has mastered that statement here, Mungu nisaidie kunyamaza, because sometimes you support political figures with all your blood, your inner and everything, Tomorrow, while you are sleeping, you get breaking news. The two have met and they are now friends. So by the end of the day, you look like a mad person. And I think from where I stand, Ndindi Nyoro is in that state that let me keep quiet and see how the tide is moving. Because I may be talking in support of maybe this particular candidate, or I may be talking in support of the common citizen. Then that same thing is used against me, and that's how I'll come to my political career's end. So the last one, it has to do with the UDA popularity. Ndindi Nyoro is very much aware that he's in the government courtesy of the UDA, like the political party that he used to fight for elections. So I meant to understand he has sought to keep quiet because number one, after all, he knows UDA popularity has gone down, and if it's to change lines, he has a chance to change lines in 2027, and therefore he had decided it's not about the political party. Let me actually perform for my people, deliver services to my people. Then in 2027, I will see what to do, because the moment he will start critiquing the government right now, definitely Ruto will come for him. He's not likely to lose the position, as I told you, but who knows, he could be told he could be dismissed from UDA. And if he's dismissed from UDA, as at the moment, he doesn't have that political party that he can use to run for re-election in his constituency. At the same time, with the ongoing abductions, you don't know who can be abducted and who cannot be abducted. So I just feel like Ndindi Nyoro is trying to play cool. He doesn't want a lot of drama, but he's keen on delivering to his people, just the way he was after the 2018 handshake up to 2022. So that is my opinion concerning where is this man in Ndindi Nyoro. And I also feel he has decided not to declare openly that he will run with Babu Owino, because then it may start creating early political enemies and give an enemy the opportunity to strategize before 2027. He's decided to play his politics silently, and I hope that maybe by next year he could have given his followers his political directions. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Those were my opinions. Let me know yours in the comment section below. And yeah, auf Wiedersehen. Bye.